No, it's fine.
Autism for a reason?
Well, I don't have any of my family active, but I have some people close to me that deal with it. The girl you actually saw at the very end with the child was one of the people that I kind of know and work with, who sort of based some of the characters on. His name was Shane, and yeah, he's a great kid. Yeah, I have a background in boxing, and I just started to see interesting parallels between autism and boxing. I just started, thinking about how to pull them together. And so,
Very well.
oh, thank you.
The young man who played the autistic man, he's not autistic.
Yeah, that was actually me, but yeah, it was. I got my hair is long, so it's hard to tell, So. But yes.
You haven't seen Saxon and Louie for quite a while. Did you bring him up to return?
No, John actually works. He just, he's actually in the other room, I think, right now. But he works fairly regularly. It's just I wanted to put him back into something which was more of a dramatic turn for him, because he does a lot of genre stuff lately, like horror films and action films, and I thought it'd just be great to do this. And so he actually came on board probably about 3 days before we even had to start shooting with him, so he took it really fast. So thankful for that. Yes.
I just want to say, you did a tremendous job playing that. You really was in that character. You were so beautiful.
Thank you very much for saying that.
It was such a sweet movie. Did he need violence or cussing or anything?
Yeah, well, there was a few little bits of cussing in it, but believe me, it was never in the script. Sometimes actors get out there and they get emotional and they say something, particularly the one that played my grandmother, who happens to be my grandmother. So she resorts to it a lot, actually. So I just kind of calm down. Yes.
How long did it take you to shoot that?
Believe it or not, we shot that in 11 days.
Oh my God.
Sometimes you're working with a small budget, you can only rent things for so long, and we only had so long to rent our cameras, so we had to move fast. We shot on two sides of the state, too, so we were doing a lot of quick driving.
Where did you shoot? Where state?
It was all in California, but it was in Northern California and Southern California, Nevada City, all the way down that way. Yes?
You shoot that digital or full time?
Yeah, that was shot on high def. We shot on high def, the F900s. And, they were great cameras. Again, it was more for ease of movement, to be able to run around with these cameras. They don't require a lot of lighting, so it was easy to kind of. But at the same time, if you have too much light, it doesn't read as well. So what we would do is when we'd shoot our outdoor stuff, we'd do it the early part of the day, and then the middle part of the day, we'd try to get indoors, and then we'd come back out towards the end of the day, because it just had a better look anyway. Yes?
Is this your first film?
As a director, it's really my first film. I've been acting for a number of years. I've written a couple of scripts, but that have been produced. This is my first time. Oh, thank you. I also secretly edited it. Don't tell anybody. I couldn't afford an editor, so yeah, you had another question?
Who wrote the script?
I hate to say it, it was me again. Believe me, I'm not like on an ego trip or anything, but it's like you can only have so much money to pass around. I actually didn't know if when I was writing it, I didn't know if I was going to direct it and act in it, or if I was going to act in it, or if I was just, in fact, I had offered it to another director who read it and thought for the money that he wasn't going to be able to do it, so I kind of did it. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Final Cut?
Yeah, Final Cut Pro. Yeah. In my house, in my living room.
It's kind of the way of the future, that's what I think.
Yeah, I learned a lot about directing from editing. Matter of fact, the first time I cut this thing, the fight scene at the end, I really had shot it to be like real. I wanted to be like a real fight, so each round was 3 minutes. There was a minute in between, so it was this like long 12-minute sequence, and I watched it and I thought, it's realistic, but it didn't. And then somewhere I goofed up and I edited something backwards, and I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. And so that whole middle sequence in the middle there was just me grabbing weird frames and trying. I thought one of the things that I hadn't done, which in the edit I was able to do, which was get the audience inside his head for a minute. You know what I mean? Whatever might be in there, or how you perceive it. That was. But yeah, Final Cut was done. I'll get to it. Yes.
How difficult is it to work as an actor and director at the same time? You have to direct other actors.
It's easy when you do something really monosyllabic or something, you know, where you got like one word or whatever. But this was, I had no idea. I started stepping back behind the camera in this character all the time. And I'm not a method actor. Believe me, I'm not. I would get back and you know, I was stuttering still. So I got so caught up in it. So, and for me, because I'm so involved in the photography, it's really important to have a DP I trust, because I come out I'm very conscious of how I want the frames to look. I'm not like, well, I'm not one of these guys that says, how do I shoot this? You know, I really come up with a strong image. And so when I'm in front of the camera, I'm always having to let that go and just trust I get it, because I don't have time to go back and look at it. I just got to do it, and hopefully we get it. So there was somebody, yes.
Who was the actress? Have you worked with her before?
Margot, no, actually that was really Margot's first movie. She had done a small part in a Dave Mamet film called Spartan, and I knew her through a friend who actually became the girl at the very end of the movie there, and I was writing it for her, but towards the end I thought, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I thought she was gonna be okay, but she blew me away when I saw her. In fact, that scene where the two of us are sitting down in the room and we're kind of touching each other, every time I watch that, I just kind of get so absorbed in her without saying anything. I thought she just was so good. You know, she really did a great job. Yes, me.
I just wondered, were you mentioned to use?
A guy named Neil List, a British guy, met him through a director friend of mine, and used him on a film I had written for the Sci-Fi Channel. I just really liked working with him a lot, and he was cheap. He was, you know, so he's great at that. He really did a good job. Yes?
Have you sold the film yet?
No, I had a couple of offers on it, so we're contemplating them right now, and so in the meantime, I just want to try to get it out to as many people as I can. So I'm just, you know, we're doing Hawaii next month, and then I'm going to Canada the month after that. So we've been doing pretty good. I was just going the last month, so I'll just keep going until something happens. Yes.
Let me just offer you some comments, because as a filmmaker, you want to evoke emotion in people. That was humanity brought back to the screen. That was so better than real. What you did was you put stuff up there, no ego, no pretentiousness, no falseness. That was just put life into context that brought two entities together that probably should have never, but it showed how we all have value. And it just takes a little bit of looking, bring it together, and that just happened. Better than that. Better than